top stories. The roads minister promises relief for irate St. Philip residents. A popular rum shop next to the airport is burnt down. And 20 murders in Canteen after 1 week of the new year in Trinidad. Welcome to Nation News for Wednesday, January the 8th, 2014. I'm Bertram Niles.
You want your loved ones around to celebrate, especially those living far. And with Digicel Top-Up, Dad can help you bring life to the party and be part of the celebration. Ask him to send you Digicel Minutes. Receive free instant additional credit. Stay connected here and there. Ask your family abroad to send Digicel Minutes today.
We begin with an update on the road woes in St. Philip, a story we brought to you yesterday. Well, the Transport and Works Minister visited the areas this morning and said remedial work on some of the dusty and heavily potholed roads had already started. Carlos Atwell has this report.
People living in St. Martin's, St. Philip and surrounding areas will soon be getting some relief from the dusty and slushy conditions there. In apologizing to the people of the area, Minister of Transport and Works Michael Ashley, who was touring the area today, blamed weather and the stop of construction during the Christmas period as among the problems. He said the ministry will be working closely with contractor Rayside Construction Limited and gave the assurance the work will be finished in 2 weeks' time.
With any road work, there will be, or any road works, there will be inconvenience. And I just want again to apologize to the residents, to the business houses here, that is a natural course of any construction. But be that as it may, though, we are continuing full steam ahead, and we will have this road completed, obviously within, I would say, a 2-week frame.
Today, Rayside workers started to pave the road, reducing the dust sent flying by passing vehicles. This is Carlos Atwell for Nation News.
The Bajan rum shop next to the airport was destroyed by fire late last night. Frankies bar and canteen had been operating for the past 23 years. The 77-year-old owner, Frank Barbados, leaves the bar 3 years ago after suffering a stroke. He says the uninsured business was his livelihood.
I used to depend on this money here to keep me going. I got a little small business in place, you know, but that's only a little shop in the back street, you know. So I was depending on this here.
There was also a fire in Chapman Street, the city, where a 2-bedroom timber house was extensively damaged this morning. The house is owned by Mohamed Patel, and the occupants were Nadida and Robin Narain. Nothing was saved.
At Courts, every day we bring affordability, convenience, innovation, and style to over 1 million customers in 11 countries. From homes to communities, we are proud to make a difference in the lives of many across the region. Courts, bringing value home.
In Caribbean news, the Jamaica government says it has no plans to increase taxes this year. The government is short of revenue and also has to cut its deficit, leading to opposition warnings that raising taxes would cause social tensions and crime to rise further.
We've been moving around Jamaica, and what we hear from the people is that the people will not take any more taxes. We are not just delivering a message from the people. We are saying that it is ill-advised for the government to place any more taxes on the table.
Finance Minister Peter Phillips has said, however, that the government has to find ways of meeting its economic targets under an IMF program. A pro-ganja organization in St. Lucia wants Caribbean nations to consider marijuana tourism as a way of boosting their struggling economies. The recommendation by the president of the cannabis movement, Andre De Queires, follows reports that the U.S. state of Colorado recorded an increase in visitors after legalizing the sale of recreational marijuana.
The places right now in the world that are legal, it's Amsterdam in Holland, Portugal, Spain, Colorado, and Washington. These are all destinations in the Northern Hemisphere which experiences cold winters. Could you imagine if one of the options would be a tropical island in the Caribbean during the middle of winter? I don't think there'd be any sort of contest as to where people who enjoy the herb would come. They would definitely come to the Caribbean. So I see this as a huge opportunity for islands in the Caribbean to capitalize on the moves that America has made.
Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar has demanded that the National Security Council raise its game in the wake of a bloody start to the new year. Otherwise, she said, they would be held personally accountable for any failure to stem the tide of murders, 20 of which were recorded in the first 7 days of 2014. Mrs. Persad-Bissessar announced that with immediate effect, all leave for police officers has been put on hold. And that's Nation News for January the 8th. I'm Bertram Niles.